There's an old belief that not all of us are creative, and usually creativity is related to people with artistic skills like painters, writers, inventors of some sort.
Not only we're all creative, creativity is a vital part of our well-being. It gets us excited about stuff, and also it's a sign of mental clarity and good health.
If you think about it, we were all born creative. The type of questions and curiosity that kids have lead them to massive bursts of creativity in the form of imaginary stories, unicorns, pink skies, and so on. That is before parents kick in and tell them that the sky is blue, it's not pink. Somewhere along the way, we lose our creative muscles, and the main reason for this is the lack of dedicated time for creativity. Work, stress, daily challenges are some of the other factors for that, but at the same time, these are the areas where we need to be most creative in.
This here is your brain, and on top of the things that I already mentioned, there's a lot more stuff. And every little thing that you think about, it takes space. It's like in a form of box. And the more boxes you have, the less space you have. Simple math, right? Yes, but unless you have a dedicated box, a dedicated space for creativity or any other task, it's just not happening. It's not there when you need it to. I consider myself very analytical person, and I thought that this doesn't really go hand in hand with creativity. So you're either an artist or a musician or whatever else, something with creative arts, or you're a math person, you're analytical, and I consider to be the math type of person. So no creativity whatsoever. But that completely changed when I took a creativity class in my university, and I was like, wow, completely new world. First of all, creativity is not important only for crafts and so on. It's important in everyday life. Every day when you go to work, when you have to make decisions, or even at home, when you're having issues, dealing with problems, everywhere you need creative solutions to those problems. And unless you have the time to think about it and work on it, it's never going to come out. But the best part, you know what's the best part? That this is a skill, and like everything, you can develop it. You can become better in creativity, and with this make better decisions, have less problems, and just find creative solutions for everything in life.
If you are not creative, this means you haven't dedicated time for this. For many people, the best ideas come under the shower, and the main reason for this is that you're kind of isolated from everything. It's your 15 minutes of morning glory and creativity glory too. Before you open up the door to a day of challenges, the walls of the bathroom are isolating you from everything.
Aha! And this is where the true potential of your brain is unleashed, when you leave it some free time. And of course, next time you have an issue or you need creative ideas, you don't need to really spend 2 hours in the bathroom. But the most important thing is to dedicate free time for your brain. There are a few ways to do this, and the first one that I do every single morning is meditation. You hear me talk a lot about meditation on this channel, and one of the main reasons for this is because I get those bursts of creativity even while fighting with everyday thoughts, because the point of meditation is to just sit and do nothing and just clear your mind, which is great for creativity, but in practice it's super hard to do this. So in between all the thoughts that come to me, I still get a lot of ideas, and sometimes I find myself just waiting to finish with the meditation so I can write down this idea that I had or that solution and so on. So it's super helpful and you should try it. Of course, that won't happen in a week, so just give it some time and try to practice regularly, and then you can see the benefits also on your ideas. Another thing that you can do is go for a run. I love going for runs, and not because it helps your health and it keeps you fit. No. Not really. I love it because I get a lot of ideas during this period. I'm in the park by myself, just isolated from everything, listening to music, running with my own pace, and then everything kind of starts to flow. And I get a lot of solutions to problems that usually takes me more time if I'm in the same environment, fixed at one place and just think about it. And yeah, it's kind of hard. And if you're a bit lazy and if you don't really like running, the same thing can happen during a walk. If I'm walking around with a friend and we discuss whatever ideas I have and I see the different point of the person, my friend, it's really helpful because we kind of get to exchange ideas and brainstorm, and then at the end of it I find solutions. The same experience I get with driving, because again, you're isolated in your car, and driving, I mean not going to work, but kind of travel somewhere, go for a drive in the mountains or something, and the environment changes a lot, so you see a lot of things passing by, just like in your mind every day, just thoughts flying around. And this is where you just see little things here and there, maybe on a village or on a mountaintop, you'll see something that will catch your attention. At least that's how I feel and how I think. And this gives me an idea, sparks something, or helps me find a solution, or get to a point that, okay, yeah, this is how I want to do this. And very, very great experience. And it's also, nice to get out in the nature and just have fun. For the lazy people out there, I can give you another strategy. You can just go for a nap. I love going for naps, like in the middle of the day, especially when obviously I'm not at the office, but anyway, you can just recharge. Your brain needs recharging because you kind of have to make decisions every single moment for everything, and this gets like the so-called decision fatigue, and it gets you tired. So the next time you have to make an important decision, or you're working on an idea, your capability of your brain might not be there because it's already depleted for the day. And a quick nap is pretty much like refueling, even if it's like 30 minutes, and you can feel refreshed after that and start working on the idea and finding solutions. I quite often find myself, being stuck, for example, on a video or on a plan or on an online course or whatever, and then after a nap, I get it going again. And it's really nice experience, after you wake up and you feel refreshed only after 30 minutes. It's yeah. The last one I want to give you is to just listen or read a book. It's of course helpful, you get the personal development and blah blah blah, you have to read I don't know how many hundreds of books per year, but the greatest thing is that you get ideas from the books. I read a lot of authors that have similar thinking like me, but they have a totally different perspective on the subject, and then I'm like, I use it as a partner. I bounce ideas off and they give me something, and I get an idea, I implement it in my own life. And there's a saying that if you get just one idea from one book, it's a success. It's great, it's amazing. And quite often I get a lot more than just one idea from a book, and it's liberating, because even when I'm stuck and I feel like I'm not creative or blah blah, I listen to a book, even if I go for a run or if I'm commuting, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this and that, and just things start flowing again, and I feel so much better with myself because I'm back to that state of generating ideas and I'm not stuck. And but all of these guys are just few of my suggestions. You can find your own way. Probably there are thousands of other ways to spark your creativity, but you can definitely start here. I would love for you to share with me some of your ways to be more creative. Maybe I apply them, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now go out there and be creative and go crazy, and just have fun in the process. See you in the next one. Ciao. I want to give you another tip. For the people that are still watching and are interested in this content, I want to award you guys with another one. And this one is to just go nuts, go crazy, go think and do things that you would normally wouldn't even consider. Just, think outside of the box. Just go crazy. And this is on every single level. Yes, people will kind of look at you weirdly if you go out on the street and dance or sing or whatever comes to your mind, but this liberates you so much. And people that know me know that I actually love doing crazy random stuff everywhere pretty much. And I can tell you that this is one of the reasons I'm so creative, or I consider myself so creative. I don't know if I actually am, but anyway. And this is because you get another perspective on life. You don't follow all the rules and you don't keep all the boundaries all the time. You have those little moments of just going nuts and experiencing this feeling inside of you and in your brain that, oh, this is not the end of the street. This is like totally just the beginning or just the box, the random stuff that I'm living in. And once you go beyond it, you kind of train your brain to go over and over and over again beyond this limit and get new ideas, think about new things, and just discover another universe of stuff that you can enjoy and implement in your everyday life. And I'll do a separate video about doing weird stuff in general, so stay tuned guys, and I really gonna see you in the next one. Ciao!